Are you ready?
Hey everybody, it's Badass Billy Gunn and you're watching Just Alyx. It's not scripted, we just wing it and have a bunch of fun. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Login complete. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the buzz is back! AEW feels like a brand new company once again, and it's all thanks to the introductions and reintroductions of Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada, and of course, the big one. The one we've all been speculating about for what feels like a year. Ever since, 2 years actually. Ever since Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks walked out of WWE's doors, all of us, everyone and their mamas, was predicting she would always show up in AEW. And for a good year, everyone was going back and forth. Maybe she'll go back to WWE. Vince McMahon's gone. Maybe she'll show up at the Royal Rumble. Okay, well, maybe she'll show up at this year's Royal Rumble. You know, Triple H is back in charge. She loves Triple H. Her friend Bayley, she's in WWE. Why would she leave Bayley? And then she shows up in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Then she gets hurt. And then we don't see her for a while. And so the heart grows fonder the more she's off TV. And the speculation begins once again. She shows up at All In. Oh, well, maybe she's going to show up in AEW after all. But then we hear news that talks between AEW and Mercedes Moné stopped. For like a short period of time, they just stopped talking to each other. And then people thought, well, clearly she's going back to WWE now, right? But then we hear that talks fell through with Sasha and WWE. And from what we hear, from what's reported, it was a money issue. They felt like she wasn't worth her price tag. And that was all Tony Khan needed to hear. Oh, they won't pay you the money you want? Guess what? Pulled out his checkbook, called Daddy Khan, and it was a done deal. And here we are. Big business. Big business. Boston, TD Garden. For what it looks like, almost 10,000 in the arena. Now, I'm not too sure if all the people there bought tickets or not. I don't care. I do not care. It looked full. It sounded full. And it made a huge difference. A much bigger difference than the crowd we had last week. The crowd last week was like 3,000. This was close to 10,000. And you could tell it made a huge difference on the show. Because I thought the show, Dynamite overall tonight, great show. Through and through. Love the pacing of it. Love that we're now doing video packages to explain who these people are. Thank you. Thank you. That must be something that Jennifer Pepperman, is bringing into the show a little bit more, because ever since she came into the fold, we've been getting a lot more video packages to remind us, oh, this is why these guys are fighting. Sounds good to me. But the show felt great. And it felt like an actual major promotion would feel. And it felt that way for one reason, and one reason alone, and that is the debut of the former Sasha Banks, the former boss, now the CEO, Mercedes Moné. She came out at the beginning of the show, got a massive pop. Now people were a little put off by her theme song. Look, Sky's the Limit is not going to be topped. That is one of the best theme songs ever in wrestling. And ever since then, everything Mercedes has done past that has not lived up to that theme song. With that said, despite the theme songs not quite hitting, the crowd didn't give a damn. They were chanting CEO along with it. So was I. in my room. CEO! CEO! Yes, sir. What a moment. What an awesome moment. And if you're wondering, just Alyx, does this mean the buzz is back? Does this mean that things are looking up for AEW? You bet your ass it is. You bet your ass the buzz is back. You bet your ass that things are looking up for All Elite Wrestling. We got a grace period. For the next 3 months, I guarantee you, for the next 3 months, I expect them to do big numbers in terms of ratings. I expect attendance to be up. I expect the buzz to be palpable. Things are going to be doing great things. These are going to be popping. Big things popping, little things stopping. My only question is, can they continue the momentum past All In? All In's going to be dope. I'm excited about All In. I don't even know what the card looks like. I can speculate, but without even having to look forward to it, I can already tell that things are going to be great for AEW. I expect them to do another big number for Wembley Stadium. That being said, we have to keep thinking long term. Let's not rest on our laurels. Let's not sit here and pretend that everything is hunky-dory and that they've made it and that they can coast. No. There's still a lot of issues that we have to work out here. A ton of issues that we need to fix. Across the board. But tonight was a step in the right directions. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do at Mercedes Moné. I'm excited for the future of the women's division. You already know that we got Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, DND, on her way back. She's doing media, by the way. Britt Baker is doing media for AEW. So you already know she's on her way back. We got Jamie Hayter getting ready to come off of injury. She's on her way back. We saw Serena Deeb make her return not that long ago. Thunder Rosa made her return not that long ago. The women's division is coming back, and I'm excited about it. And it can only get better from here on. I'm excited. So let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. You let me know. What matches, what dream matches do you want to see happen with Mercedes Moné and AEW? Now, we already know we're going to get Willow Nightingale and Mercedes. That's definitely going to be happening. Perhaps. Maybe we'll get that at Double or Nothing. Maybe we'll get that at Dynasty. Maybe we'll get that at Forbidden Door. But what about past that? How are we feeling about All In, All Out, Grand Slam, Wrestle Dream, Full Gear, and then, of course, World's End? Think about it. What we feeling like? Let me know. And I'm going to read those off during the shout-outs. Definitely something that will keep you guys hooked. But, no pun intended. But, that was just one aspect of the show. She was the major, the massive, and the main part of the show. But we still had a World Championship match between Samoa Joe and Wardlow that went about as I expected. I didn't think it was time for Wardlow to win that belt. I didn't think it was. Joe retained as he should, and now we're building to Swerve Strickland versus Samoa Joe at Dynasty. Good. I like that. I like it a lot. We're doing a tag team with Chris Jericho and Hook called Jerry Hook. Let's see where that leads. Hopefully it's leading to something worth a damn, because right now I ain't feeling it. I almost fell asleep during that tag match. Not kidding. Wasn't feeling it whatsoever. JY is a heel again, thank God. Looks like Darby Allin has been written off the show. He will go on to climb Mount Everest And hopefully he survives. They're calling it Lion Hook. Is it Lion Hook or Jerry Hook? Lion Hook. Okay. Lion Hook. Like the Lion Book. I get it. Lion Hook. Alright, I ain't mad at that. It's just, I'm still not feeling it regardless. Whatever you call it. Death Triangle, that being Pac, Penta, Cero Miedo, and Eddie Kingston, took on the Elite, the new Elite, featuring Kazuchika Okada and the Young Bucks. Okada already fitting into his heel role, his corporate heel role, very well, which I really adore. Will Ospreay told the world that the buzz is back, the feeling is back, and hyping his match against Bryan Danielson at the pay-per-view. And the tagline is, who's the best in the world? Many other things we can talk about. I thought this show, overall, I thought the show was great. And I thought it was capped off. And I usually don't say this about Riho. I'm not the biggest Riho fan. But there's something about Riho when she fights powerhouse female wrestlers. When she's fighting a Nyla Rose, a Chris Statlander, and even tonight, a Willow Nightingale. Her matches just go to a whole new level when she's fighting someone considerably visually stronger than her. And I thought tonight's main event was awesome. I thought Willow and Riho tore it up. And then it ended with Julia Hart attacking Willow and Mercedes making the save. So it looks like we're going to get Willow versus Julia Hart at Dynasty. And yes, I do think it's time for Willow to win a belt. They're already mentioning the fact that she won the Owen Hart Classic, the Owen Hart Tournament last year, the Owen Hart Cup, if you will, and she got nothing from it. Let's give her something. She needs to win that TBS championship at Dynasty. Then we can go on to do Mercedes, and of course, your favorite, Willow Nightingale. They're still keeping Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm going. I guess we're saving Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa for a different pay-per-view. But, alright. We'll definitely see where that one leads. Yeah, I thought, overall, everything feels like it has a direction. Everything feels tightly knit. I'm still seeing some holes in the show. There wasn't much to explain about the tag team division. The trios belts are clearly going to be the Bullet Club Gold, and the Acclaimed. That's fine. But what about the tag team belts? We haven't gotten anything about that yet. But hopefully we will. They need to set us up for hopefully what should be a tournament to decide who the new champs will be. But Tony Khan did say we would have new champs by the end of the month. So we still got, 2 weeks? Alright. We're going to have to find out very soon. But yeah, I thought when it comes down to it, great show, great crowd. He delivered what he promised, which was Mercedes Moné and AEW. And the buzz is back. The buzz is back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope they can keep it going. We're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to do the sponsorship. We're going to go ahead and get into the shout-outs. And then, of course, we'll get to the actual review, where I break down what happened. And then afterwards, I'll just get to the live chat. Let you guys have your fun. But until then, let's do this. If this is the first time, excuse me, this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can also let me know. Facebook, call me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Give us a follow on Discord. We are on the road to 300 Discord followers for WrestleMania. What's the update number, by the way? Give us an update number. And most importantly, give me a follow on TikTok. Why? Because I'm the tickest. of the talkers. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My America, the remix t-shirt made by Itch, J Knox, and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor is SeatGeek. If you're ever going to an AEW event, maybe you're going to Collision this Saturday, maybe you're going to a WWE event, Raw, SmackDown, perhaps you're going to a pay-per-view, maybe WrestleMania, maybe you want to go to, I don't know, Dynasty, and you want to get your tickets ahead of time, perhaps a concert, a sporting event, some kind of event, SeatGeek is your choice. And if you use the promo code JustAlex at checkout, no space by the way, JustAlex at checkout, I can get you $20 off your first purchase. So how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor, and then we will get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlex, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlex. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Thank you all so much for being here. You could have had me on any other day, but you chose to watch me live for your AEW review, and I appreciate that. So let's show some love to the Mod Squad, the moderators, for helping keep it a safe space, for wrestling fans like you. We got Ultra, Shaw 97, Firestar Heart, Elias, Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. And of course, Big MGM. Join the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. The Discord is growing day by day. 300 followers on the Discord. Oh, and by the way, just so we're clear, be sure you hit the like video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help, boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. And by the way, it is working. It is working. I saw one of my shorts is climbing to 1 million views. I posted a short of ODB and Sting having their interaction, and it is currently at 400K. We are climbing to 1 million views, and that's all because of you. And I appreciate that. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Let's keep it going. All right, we have a couple of super chats just sitting in the wing. Let's go ahead, play them, and then of course we'll get to the actual shoutouts.
Felt like old school AEW. Hot crowd all night.
When you have close to 10,000, it's expected to be a hot crowd all night. Yeah, it was definitely a hell of a show from top to bottom. Let's hope they keep those numbers up. For real, it really does help.
Congrats to WWE and AEW.
Man, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. It is a great time to be a wrestling fan, that's for sure. Alright, shout outs, here we go. We got Juan Rasco, Dawsey Shadum, Christopher Jackson Denver. That's a new one. Welcome, Mr. Christopher Jackson. Brandon King Carter. That's another one. Brandon King Carter. I love seeing new names. Hope you guys stick around. Is that Who Let the Dogs Out? Who? JJ Bulldog. I see Highway Dealing Danger. Dealing Danger. We got Mr. Anthony White. I also see Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. That's a mouthful. I see C. Brady 92 seeing CEO. Joe Arredondo also in his house. Good to have you here, sir. Matthew Anktil, who I haven't seen in a long time. Where have you been, Mr. Matthew Anktil? I guess he's here to see Monet. Riley Tucker, that's another new one. Love seeing the new faces. Riley Tucker. 412 Hamrock, that's a regular. McNeil 99, that's a regular. Jack Lumbombard, that's a regular. Good to have you here. Andre Benson donated, you know about him. Stephen Brom, good to have you here, Stephen. Miss Lauren Biggs, your goatness. Got it right, your goatness, Lauren Biggs. Mike Pringle, who says he wants to see the CEO fight Thunder Rosa. Jordan Williams says he wants to see the CEO fight. Fight. We're going to fight. CEO versus Athena. Ruby Soho versus Mercedes Moné is what Dylan Danger wants to see. Ultra Shao says Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes at Wembley Stadium. From Browntown, Mr. Robert Brown. A Dying Shadow. Jesus Christ almighty. Is it just me or this dude sounds like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Force? Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to get rid of that dude there. I don't know why he thought that was gonna stick. I don't even watch Aqua Teen Force. What is that? Let's do a couple more. I see Anthony A. Good to have you here. Monaco 42, Shadow Star. Oh snap! Is that who I think it is? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Nature Boy, Jody Bennett. Woo! What's up, Jody? What's good, Jody? Prince Rockstar. Always good to have people from A&B Combos in the building. And the last one's gonna go to Rachel S. Thank you all so much for being here. Always good to have you guys here. Love your energy. If I don't say your name, don't be offended. It's not because I hate you. We're gonna go ahead and get things started with the review. Oh, actually, no. We're gonna wait until that super chat plays. I just saw a super chat just come in. So we're gonna play that super chat. And then we're gonna go. So until then, let's go ahead and do a couple more shout outs. King of Waco Mundo. Of course, good to have you here. Everyone's showing love to each other. Good. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan. It's just a fun time to be here. I'm just gonna go up and see if I missed anybody. Prince Rockstar, CEO. It's funny. I'm seeing a lot of people return. People who haven't been here for a while. And it's probably because Mercedes or Sasha Banks is back. Joseph Winters, good to have you here, sir. I ain't mad at it. I just thought it was kind of funny that. Where y'all been? Sir? The Cerebral Assassin, Christopher Carter. Okay, well, this super chat's taking its sweet time to play. I know I have super chats on. Let me give it a couple more minutes. If it doesn't play, I'm just gonna have to catch it later. I really don't like it when people donate and it takes forever to play. I'm sorry, y'all. That is Streamlabs for you. One-man show. Unify those 6-man tag belts. Oh, please, for the love of God, unify those belts. Please, for the love of God. I really appreciate that. Jaden Gonzalez. Hunky-dory. Yep, everything is hunky-dory. I agree. You agree? I agree. So everything's hunky-dory. Alright. Yeah. Alright, look, no offense to Fu Tosin. We're gonna have to catch your super chat probably a little later on because it's taking way too long to play and it's kind of getting on my nerves. So I don't want to make the fans wait any longer. We're gonna go ahead and get to the review, and we'll catch your super chat at the end of the stream. AEW was live in the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. This is usually reserved for big events, pay-per-view events, because it's a huge building to fill up, around 20,000. And I said to myself when they announced this, that it would probably be smart to just announce Mercedes Moné so you can get an extra 3,000 tickets, because it's guaranteed that people will show up because it's Mercedes. And you know what? I still feel that way. I feel like if they was to have just announced it, just announced that she's going to be there, probably could have got a bit more packed in there. But not saying it wasn't packed. They brought in a good, what looked like close to 10,000. I think when I saw the ticket sales beforehand, it was around 8,000. And then, of course, you had walk-ins, walk-ups. And then they probably let some people in to fill up seats. So we're looking at somewhere close to 9,000 to 10,000 people, which, for the record, is the biggest audience they've had on a Dynamite all year. All year. Which is saying a lot. Let's hope they keep that momentum up. I can't promise that Mercedes will be on every Dynamite, and that might hurt things. But still, now that you've advertised her for next week, let's see what the numbers do. But I think Toronto's going to be a big show next week as well, because they're going to do Edge and Christian. They're going to do Christian Cage and Adam Copeland in an I Quit match. So that's going to be a huge match and a huge night for wrestling. But as for tonight, crowd was hot, and they kicked it off the only way you could kick it off, and that is the debut of Mercedes Moné. She came right out. They didn't hide it. They played the music. She popped up, and the first thing I hear is I'm thinking, wait, did they sign Volta? I'm joking. Nah, it's the same theme song, but remixed to fit the CEO chorus that Mercedes has. So I love it. She comes out, big pop. The crowd's chanting CEO. People are asking, what the hell is this theme song? I go, I don't give a fuck. Mercedes is here. They can update it later. They can always give us a brand new theme song later. When she comes out, it was indescribable. The energy in that ring. The energy in that arena. She's looking across the crowd. They're showering her with love. As she should be showered with love. It's Sasha Banks. It's Mercedes. One of the top, if not the top female wrestler in the world today. In terms of popularity. It was crazy. It was so cool to see her do her thing. She gets inside the ring. Waits for a minute. Lets the crowd get it out of their system. CEO. No longer the boss, but the CEO. She says she's home. Yes, sir. And she gets welcome home chants. And launches into the usual, thank you for sticking with me type of stuff, where she's like, when I left WWE, it felt like I lost a lot of fans, that people were not going to follow me, and I appreciate you for your support, and you sticking by me. And she says wrestling saved her life, and gave her hope, and she's followed her dreams, and become the first ever woman to main event a pay-per-view, which did take place in Boston. Huge. When she was 13, she dropped out of school to take care of her brother. And at 18 and only 90 pounds, she went to Chaotic Wrestling to begin her dream of being the greatest women's wrestler of all time. She talks about wanting to fight everybody. Everybody in the ring. Everybody in the back. And she has unfinished business with Willow Nightingale, who injured her and put her out for what feels like a full year, almost a full year. And then she makes it official. Mercedes Moné is all elite. And that was literally the first segment They let her talk. She got it all out. Felt natural, felt organic. And it felt like we're getting a heel turn very soon. I feel it. I gotta talk about it. I know I wasn't the only one that thought, all right, this is building to a heel turn. This is building to a heel turn. It's not a matter of if, but when, and who she turns on. Now, it might not happen immediately because they probably want to do Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné. And if that's the case, Britt's gotta be a heel. Britt needs to be a heel. We do Britt and Mercedes, and then they cut straight fire promos on each other. Man! But they're probably saving Britt and Mercedes for... I don't know. Do you do that at Double or Nothing or All In? Because I think we're going to do... well, I don't know what we're going to do at Dynasty. I think Mercedes is wrestling at Dynasty, though. We'll have to see. We'll figure that one out later. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. Yeah, there was a side of me that thought she was going to turn on Riho as well. I was like, man, if she turns on Riho, that would be dope. That would be really, really dope. But a heel turn's coming. A heel turn's coming. I'm just letting y'all know now. Following that, we had Samoa Joe take on Wardlow. The match was good. I never thought Wardlow and Samoa Joe ever had like a match past solid good. No match of the year candidates. This was no different. There was a spot where Joe was gonna do that little fake walk away and have Wardlow fall on his face, but Wardlow psyched him out and then still dove on top of him, and then he hit that whisper in the wind, which looked amazing. A man that size doing a whisper in the wind is phenomenal. But at the end of the match, you all knew how this had to end. Samoa Joe gets his lick back and chokes out Wardlow. Big boy hopped on Wardlow's back with that coquina clutch, and Wardlow tumbled over. Timber! And he passed out to the coquina clutch. Clean. I do appreciate the video package that they had with Adam Cole telling the story of Wardlow to hype up why he deserves that title match against Samoa Joe. That was very much appreciated. He lost, but I appreciate that. Put some emphasis on that match. But Joe beat him, and then afterwards, Swerve Strickland came out with a chain to whoop Joe's ass, and Joe said, bitch, you must be out your goddamn mind. Dipped, powdered, and said, I just had a match, motherfucker. What you gonna do to me? So he walks away. We're gonna get Swerve and Samoa Joe at Dynasty. Excited about that. And we might see Swerve win the title. I think it might be time. Alex Marvez interviews the Elite, which is Nicholas, and Matthew Jackson, and of course, Kazuchika Okada. He gives the microphone to Okada, and we're thinking, okay, are they going to let him talk, or are the Young Bucks speak for him? They speak for him because we're thinking, well, his English might not be all that good. But then Okada grabs the mic and says, Penta, Pac, and Eddie, I'm coming for you. And I was like, oh my God, that was good English. Oh my God. And then he demands Marvez say happy birthday to Matthew. And then Marvez said happy birthday. And he said, no, I said sing happy birthday. He actually said say, but then he pretended like he misspoke and said sing happy birthday. And Alex Marvez started singing, and that was funny as hell. That was great. I'm loving it already. Look, there's good chemistry with Okada and the Young Bucks. I'm loving it already. It's a totally different feel. I love that the Young Bucks changed up their personalities, changed up their attitudes on purpose to fit this business-like persona that is Okada. And quite frankly, I like this a lot better than the original Elite. This feels amazing. So, they're building to clearly Omega and Okada at probably All In, which would be an amazing match to do. But we had the 6-man, the Elite versus Death Triangle. Death Triangle being Penta, El Zero Miedo, Pac, and Eddie taking on the Elite, Okada and the Young Bucks. Match was great. I feel like Okada as a heel is natural. It's one of those things where it's kind of hard for fans to hate him. He's kind of like Swerve in a sense where it's like we know we're supposed to not like him, but we don't really want to boo Okada. You know what I mean? We don't really have to or feel the need to boo Okada. Now, when he fights Eddie Kingston next week, that's a different story. But in this match, it was fun. It was fun seeing him interact with Pac, Eddie, and, of course, Penta. And match was fast-paced. All of them basically got their spots in. It was car crash, popcorn fest. And Okada wins after one of the Young Bucks, I think it was Nicholas Jackson low blows Eddie, and Okada hits the Rainmaker to pin Eddie Kingston. And then he teased going after the Continental title. And the match is official for next week. I'm thinking we were going to do it at Dynasty. But I think what will happen is we'll have Okada win the belt next week. And then we'll build to a rematch at Dynasty, which is fine with me. I like it. So Okada and Eddie Kingston next week, that's going to be a huge match. Huge. It's going to be huge. It's huge. It's huge. I swear, it's going to be huge. It's going to be the greatest. The greatest, I swear. So, definitely, ladies and gentlemen, things are heating up for AEW. Tony Schiavone is interviewing Willard. I'm kidding. Will Ospreay. Ospreay says he was asked what he wanted to do today, and he said, send Schiavone out there so I can talk to the people. I guess we're not doing that. Screw it. We the people. Before talking about how he wanted to pattern his career after Bryan Danielson. Both his work in Japan and his passion for the independents. He is glad Danielson is a fan of his work, and when he looked down the barrel of the camera and said, he's the best wrestler in the world, he felt some kind of way about that. Bryan said, okay, prove it. And so here we go. We're going to prove it at Dynasty. Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson. Who's the best in the world? And then he ends the promo saying, I hear the chatter. They're saying, restore the feeling. Restore the buzz. And then he said, bruv, I am the buzz. And then he gets a bruv chant. Bruv, 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 bro, bro, bruv, bro, bruv. I like bruv. The match is about reminding people about what AEW is. Pit the best in the world against the best of the 21st century, and only one man walks out, the winner. And there you go. Great promo. Ospreay's a natural. Ospreay is such a natural at both roles, babyface and heel. Although I think he's a better babyface than a heel. That's just my personal opinion. But whatever. Deonna Purrazzo cuts a promo saying she's going to find a partner and team against Toni Storm and Mariah May next Wednesday. Who could it be other than Thunder Rosa? Probably. Darby Allin has his final match before he goes to climb Mount Everest against Jay White. Match was great. Good back and forth. Darby taking crazy bumps. Homeboy did a freaking coffin drop on the edge of the apron, which looked like it broke his back. Again. And then did like a crazy spot where he was sent careening into a steel steps and went flipping over it. That looked like he killed himself. Again. But ultimately, match was great. And we all know who won that one since I just told you Darby Allin is going to go climb Mount Everest. Jay White does beat him. Then after the match, it looked like Jay White was going to shake his hand. And then he said, psych! Puts the gun in his head. And then the Bullet Club Gold attacks Darby Allin. The Guns and, of course, Jay White attack him. And then the Acclaim come out. And I'm thinking, are the Acclaim going to help them attack Darby Allin? What is happening here? Nope. That doesn't happen. You know what happens? You want to know what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. What happened is that freaking the gold of the Bullet Club, the Golden Bullet Club Gold, turned on the Acclaimed. Yep, they turned on the Acclaimed, and it looks like we're going to be getting a Trios Championship match between the Bullet Club Gold and the Acclaim very soon. Please unify those belts for the love of God. For the love of God, please. And I am so glad Jay White and the Bullet Club Gold are heels again, because what in the actual book was that partnership with Bullet Club Gold and the Acclaimed? I was sitting here thinking, bang, bang, scissor gang, bang, bang, scissor gang, what the hell is this? It wasn't working. It just did not work. It was lame as hell. But I'm happy that they've broken up and that we're going to be doing a feud now, which is interesting. Lion Hook, not Jerry Hook, but Lion Hook, Chris Jericho and Hook taking on the Gates of Agony. I almost fell asleep during this match, and here's why. I don't know why we're doing this tag team with Chris Jericho and Hook. I get that, well, Chris Jericho used to, they used to be friends with, or is still friends with Hook's father, Taz, from ECW, and that's why. I'm like, that's it? That's lame as hell. It is lame as hell. But whatever. So Chris Jericho and Hook are a tag team now, and they beat the Gates of Agony because. And next week we're going to be doing Hook and Chris Jericho in a one-on-one match. Because I don't know. Says here, we're back from commercial break. Jericho says Gates of Agony are no joke, and Hook rose to the occasion and showed that he's a future world champ. But he needs to stand in the ring across from him now. So next week in Toronto, Chris Jericho and Hook. Woo. And then we get to the main event of the evening. Riho's heading to the ring, and then she meets Mercedes, and we all go, uh-oh. What that mean? Didn't mean anything, but I can't be the only one that was like, oh, shit. Riho, rock your back. We got Riho and Willow Nightingale, no interference. Straight, clean match, and the match was awesome. Awesome. In my opinion, match of the night. Out of all the matches we had tonight, this was the best match. What an awesome match this was. Willow and Riho tore it up. Ladies and gentlemen. Lots of powerhousing on Riho. Basically getting her ass tossed around and knocked down. Of course, we had some Tiger feint kicks, 619s. Lots of reversals from the Dr. Bombs, Northern Light suplexes. There was a Northern Light suplex attempt by Riho that almost went terribly wrong. Yeah, she picked up Willow Nightingale's big behind. And Riho was like, and she almost, almost basically broke her back from it. And then there was a crazy spot where Willow hit the pounce. The pounce on Riho. And Riho, I swear to God, was in the rafters. She almost flew straight out of the ring. It was amazing. Willow goes to the outside, tries a cannonball and tip, completely missed. Almost broke her back on the outside. Double stomp counter into what felt like a dragon suplex. I don't know, but it looked like a dragon suplex on the apron. And then Willow starts trading blows. And then counters what looked like a Hurricane Rana into a Dr. Bomb. And that Dr. Bomb had some stank on it. She hit it with the stank. Willow Nightingale pins Riho. Awesome match. Julia Hart, Sky Blue instantly come out and attack Willow. And we're thinking, okay, who's going to come out? Is it going to be Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway? Nope. It was oh, excuse me. CEO, 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 CEO. Mercedes comes out. And man, that crowd went nuts for her. She knocked the piss out of Sky Blue. And hit Julia Hart with her. Sorry. She hit Julia Hart with that gory face buster. That spin out gory face buster. Which I thought looked amazing. It's not the bank statement. Forgot what it was called. Regardless. The show ends with Willow and Mercedes standing in the ring. Willow raises her hand, says welcome back, and she goes to walk away, and I'm thinking, oh shit, she gonna turn on her? Is she? Oh, she didn't turn on her. It's coming. That Mercedes heel turn is coming. And it's gonna be glorious. I will defend. I will give in till I'm victorious. And that's how the show goes off the air. The show goes off the air with Mercedes Moné and Boston. Great episode. Top to bottom, crowd was hot. Everything was paced well. The only issue I have is what they're doing with Jericho and Hook. I still don't quite understand what we're doing here. It feels kind of forced. But in terms of the quality overall, not a single dip. The women's division already feels important. I just hope we get more for the tag team division. And yeah, other than that, I'm excited. I am very excited to see what they do with AEW going forward. So next week, they're going to be in Toronto. Adam Copeland and, of course, Christian Cage. Mercedes is going to be there as well. Eddie versus Okada. There was another match. Chris Jericho versus Hook. And there was one more. What was the other one? Y'all let me know. I forgot. That's a stat card, though. Already a stat card. So let me know how you feel about it. Super Chats. Let's get to it. Thank you all so much for being here. That is my review. Let's party.
As someone who was the show, we knew Mercedes was going to be there, but wasn't expecting her to open the show. Great show, BTW.
Oh man, it was a great show overall. And thank you. Thank you for letting us know. How was the crowd? Did it look packed to you? Because again, I'm thinking they had a good 10,000 people there. Let me know how it was. Photo send the Z's. The Z's? Photo.
I need your love, I need your time, I need to be free with you tonight, I need your love.
CEO.
Ladies and gentlemen, raise your fingers in the air for your tribal chief, your Super Chat champion, nickname I. Acknowledge him. He will be defending his belt in 3 weeks on a double-nighted main event. WrestleMania, Saturday and Sunday. Can you beat him? Let us know.
I need your love, I need your time, I need to be free with you tonight, I need your love.
I just got home song watching it right now, decided to give a super chat.
Thank you, Higurashi. I appreciate that, sir. Keep your super chats coming in. Keep the super chats flowing. Alright, what y'all in here talking about? Again, give us a follow on Discord. The Discord, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to get to 300 followers on Discord. Alright, let me see. Who do I want to face Mercedes for the women's title? Well, Britt Baker's number 1. Jamie Hayter, number 2. Thunder Rosa, number 3. Chris Statlander would be dope. Let's give Hikaru Shida. Let's give her a shot. Actually, Riho versus Mercedes would be an awesome match too. I would love to see that. But that's just me. How do y'all feel? Oh, y'all are chomping at the bit for Mercedes in here. Anthony A says he does not like Mercedes' new theme song, but she looks great. Yeah, we'll probably get an updated version of that. Because I think that was made by Ruckus. So he'll probably update it. Let me see here. This is why I love wrestling at the moment. Your goatness. Thank you for blessing us with your thoughts. Your goatness. I think we'll do that. Every time I read a title or something from Lauren Biggs, I'll go, thank you for blessing us with your thoughts. Your goatness. The tag team belt should go to Private Party. Shots. Let him know. Matthew Antill said he was right about Moné. Wow. Moné versus Toni Storm. Ooh. I would save that. Let's save that for another day. But yeah, we definitely gotta do that. Mike Pringle. Mike Pringle. Mike Pringle. Great show, Alyx. Glad to see the women get main event. Remember I said AEW needs to be the effing alternative? Well, that was tonight. Let's not forget about Shelton Benjamin. Probably come. Well, that would be told if they get Shelton Benjamin. Ain't no stopping me now. Let me see here. Wrestling is doing good unless you're TNA. Ooh. Tell me about it. Yeah, everyone's showing love to Jody Bennett. Good to have you here, Mr. Jody. Who was heartbroken when the golden scissor guns broke up? Sure as hell wasn't me either. Thank you for blessing us with your thoughts, your goldens. Yeah, the more I say it, the more it just comes across better if I just say that. Let me see here. Everyone has a gimmick. Your goodness. Anthony White, I see Jericho and Hook feuding. Hook needs a face big time. Yeah, he needs to be a big name. He needs to be a Chris Jericho. I agree. Mercedes and Swerve tag team. That would be pretty dope. You mean like tag team as like making a song together? For real, that would be pretty goddamn cool. Riho versus Mercedes would be pretty dope. I agree. I would love for the trios and 6-man belts to be unified. Oh my god, please. We don't need that many belts. Alyx, do you think you can review X-Men 97 next week? We'll see. Probably on Raw Cognizance, I'll think about it. How I feel about the TikTok ban. The TikTok ban. You know, it's funny. Everyone's assuming that America just hates people having freedom. That the government wants to take TikTok away from everybody. I don't think they want to take TikTok away from everybody as much as they want to own TikTok. You get what I mean? Because a lot of the proceeds, a lot of the money and advertisement that TikTok gets ultimately goes to the Chinese government, right? And most of the people that use TikTok, most of them come from America. And so a lot of times what ends up happening is that when you cut another country's source of revenue, that just creates fiction amongst other parties. So if America is telling TikTok to sell its company to an American corporation, what they're saying is, you either give us all your money or your platform dies. I mean, to be honest with you, if they sell it to an American corporation, they still get paid for that. But all the money and all the proceeds will go to America, which is what they want. Which sucks. But it is what it is. It's business. It's capitalism. What you gonna do? But that's my thoughts. Do I have a TikTok? Why, yes. I'm the tickets of the talkers. For now, unless they ban it. I think they say if they sign it into law, we'll have 5 months before they take us down. Shadowstar, what are your thoughts on Nev Campbell coming back to Scream for Scream 7? So, when they kicked her off of Scream 6, I thought it was bullshit. Because, she wanted a pay raise, right? And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, like, why wouldn't she get a pay raise? She's Sidney Prescott. And then they said, nah, we can't do that. So they kept Jenna Ortega and then the other one. And then Jenna Ortega said, I can't make it for Scream 7. And then the other one got hit because of her comments on what's happening with Gaza and, what's happening over there across seas. And so they said, fine. We'll nut up and pay Nev Campbell what she's worth. Because how dare us have to pay her what she's worth? And they did. And so here we are. I think it's going to be a good show. I think it's going to be a good movie. Good to have her back. Dude, I see Bayley and... Really? Bayley and Naomi were at the show? I didn't know that. I didn't see anything about that. Are you serious? They were there? That's pretty cool if they were. I think I saw like a short of them pretending they were going, but it would be pretty cool if they did. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. You notice I've been coughing, right? Trying to get rid of some of this phlegm. So I don't want to be coughing all night in front of y'all. So let me go ahead and end this here. I'll see you Friday for SmackDown, where the People's Champ, The Rock, is going to be in Memphis, Tennessee. Good to have him back. It's just making wrestling all the more fun. But until then, always know that you're welcomed here. We're going to go ahead and close things out. As you file out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. Love you all. Please take care of yourselves. And always know you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Follow us on Discord. Use SeatGeek promo code JustAlyx. Catch you around. Peace.
When you're when you're